It's time! It's time! It's JFW time!
Alright guys, it's that time again to step in the ring with the greatest faction in podcast history. Just Freaking Wrestling, the JFW Podcast, hosted by Travis D.
And I'm Nubby the Amazing Turtle.
Nubby, I'm
you
exhausted,
okay?
Man. No, I'm exhausted, man. This past week has been, it's been a lot, man. There's a lot of shit that has been said. And I'm trying to keep it all together. I'm trying to sort out my thoughts on how to respond to everything and everyone that has not only attacked me as a person, but attacked JFW as a whole. And I'm gonna do my best to try to remember everything. I know the names. Still can't quite figure out how to respond to everybody though. That's going to be the tricky thing, because I'm going to be honest with you before we even dive into this. Pat's last video, it scared me.
Yeah, angry.
It changed my complete mindset about the kid, and I'm starting to think maybe what he says is true, and maybe Travis D does fear the L.I.M. But we'll get into that, obviously, because I'm getting to the point now where after everything L.I.M. has said, and actually even the stats that were shared on the Power Hour last week by the Alpha Zeta Zeta about this show, like maybe thinking about maybe there's no reason for JFW to continue. I mean, they're right. You go and you look at YouTube, and we got no subscribers. We got no views on our videos. I mean, maybe they're right. Maybe this show just needs to just be put to rest and just accept the fact that this just isn't taking off.
I don't know what to say, Travis.
But I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best as who I am to properly respond to everything that's been said by everybody. Rian, another person that stated that you do all my dirty work. And here's the thing: everything that's been said by everyone, they're not wrong. They're all right. And I'm going to be a man about it and admit all my pitfalls and all the things that people were correct about. So we're going to dive into all of that. Before we do any of that, I just want to remind you all that this episode of Just Freaking Wrestling is brought to you by CarterComics.com. Whether it's graded or raw, Carter Comics does have it all. I don't know. I don't even know why Carter Comics sponsors us. I mean, we're nobodies. No subscribers to the show, no listeners.
I mean, definitely. I mean, on YouTube, those subscribers are really low. The views on the shows.
The views. I mean,
on YouTube.
Yeah. But for those of you who still, support CarterComics.com through our podcast, which, apparently we only get 2 or 3 views an episode, make sure you check out CarterComics.com. Fill up your cart with all their amazing products. Use the discount code FREAKNET, FREAKNET. You'll save 10% on your entire order. Man. Just Nubby, it's hurtful when you get a shock of reality really thrown at your face. But I'm gonna let you decide where we start here. I want to start with the response to the people, or maybe we should start with the show results and stuff. Maybe wait for my responses towards the end afterwards. That way, we don't sour the entire episode with the downfall of what could potentially be our last episode.
So you want to go with CSW, then go to the next upcoming shows, or do you want to go results, get our shit together in a way, and then do the upcoming shows? Or do you want to do the shit together part? Yes, I'm stealing a bit from this freaking show. Do you want to do that part after everything else, or what?
How many results have we got this week? Just the one?
We just got CSW, and then we got the upcoming SCW and IPW.
Tell you what, let's get through the CSW results first, and then
see how you feel.
Well, I'll answer every question that was brought to me over this past week. I think by the time we get there, I think maybe I will muster up the courage to be able to speak without tearful responses. Like I said, a lot of mixed emotions. A lot of sadness for the truth that Alpha Zeta Zeta spoke about the show. A lot of fear from Pat's video. Not even Pat. Tony Gabagool, the Gia monster. All of them. So much truth. My heart's been racing for the last 24 hours since I've seen these videos coming out, and I've just been in a sad mindset since last Tuesday listening to the Power Hour. So let's do CSW. I want to get through CSW because I don't want this to be a depressing show. But we will respond to everything before we get into the match cards for this upcoming weekend. So let's start with CSW. I watched it on IWTV. Is it IWTV, right?
Yeah. IWTV Live, yeah.
Yep. I ordered, I got the subscription, so I was able to watch IWTV this past week.
Oh, so you saw everything, and then
yeah, so I mean, obviously the pre-match stuff doesn't occur on live.
Right.
So if there wasn't any pre-matches, I didn't see that. So the first match I saw was the CSW Championship match between Axel Rico and his opponent. I can't remember his name, though.
TJ Steele.
TJ Steele, yes.
Yeah. All right. Now definitely, well, first, let me start out with some good news.
Okay, yeah. I need some good news, yes.
I found my pen.
That's good, man. I was worried about that. That was one of the things I was worried about, really.
It was under a bunch of stuff. How it got there, I'll never know. But I found it. It only took almost a week. But I got it in my hand. All good.
I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy for you. That's amazing. That's amazing. It looks like you had better luck than TJ Steele did, though, because it looked like he had a pretty abrupt injury pretty early in the championship match. A match that he's been fighting for what? Did I hear that right? A decade?
Yeah. He's been around for about a decade at CSW. I guess he was on and off, doing his thing, whatever. But yeah. But he did last year. He earned the title shot, and it was never given to him right away. And I'll say it again. Yeah, he has a right to be disgruntled about it. Many other people have had title shots before him, and it's not really a good look. But, he got a shot this time. It's unfortunate that a little injury did cost him the match. I can only assume. Because, how can anybody finish a match and actually pick up a win with that bad knee? He got dumped to the outside, and he landed right on the floor. He missed the mat. That's what happened. Accidents do happen.
100%. And I know it was a rough situation, obviously, not only for Steele. Amazing that he found the drive, the heart, the ambition, whatever you want to call it, to continue the match in that much pain. Axel Rico, obviously you can see it in his eyes, his actions, that he was looking out for the benefit of Steele's health and saying, hey, let's just call the match. Steele wouldn't have it. And even Steve, there were moments where he just wanted it to just stop. But again, out of the respect Steve has for Steele, wanted to give Steele, hey, this is what you want. Fine, you got it. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, Steele did not come out with the victory. Rico, still current CSW champion. Yep. And it's a pretty cool way to, I mean, come on, you got the biggest title in the company kicking off the show on IW TV. That's amazing.
Big match. Unfortunately, Steele again just couldn't cut the mustard, but maybe there'll be a rematch at some time down the line. But I think at this point, he's got to go back to the end. But something might happen, but we'll hold that thought.
It's totally possible. I mean, realistically, it all comes down to what Steve wants to do as general manager and what kind of champion Rico wants to be.
Right.
I'm sure there's plenty of other guys in line who want title opportunities too. So.
Yep, a lot of guys that earned it too. Yeah. Probably name a few, but we don't need to name them. After that match, we had a very unusual situation. Drew Montgomery, again, showing his nutty psycho side, and this time he had, what would we call people like that? I mean,
a gimp?
Gimp? Yeah?
A gimp?
Okay.
Straight out of Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
Dude out there in a leash and leather carrying, I guess you could consider it a wheel.
Look, that wheel looked like it needed WD-40, I'll tell you that.
But, I mean, honestly, I don't know what the other match options were on that wheel, but a Crown of Thorns match, that's pretty, it's barbaric, no doubt. And his opponent, who I've never seen a actual video or a match of, just pictures don't do this dude justice. An absolute, he reminds me a lot of Abyss from TNA.
Right. Yeah. He's been accused of being a discount Kane. But honestly,
so
I think we ought to, stop comparing people. People, they might get their looks and gimmicks off of certain top guys, but they're making it their own. Abyss made his own. Yeah. Cypher's definitely making his own. It took a little bit, but he found his niche. He is a fucking monster.
Yeah. Well, people say that about a lot of even big wrestlers. Sandman and Stone Cold Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan and Warrior, fucking Mordecai and The Undertaker. I don't see it more as ripping off. It's just taking the best parts of a character and making it your own.
That's right.
Cypher, great talent, huge fucking dude. That his opponent, you just said his name.
Drew Montgomery.
Held his own for a bit, but yeah, eventually picked up the loss, which I think the ending was maybe a little bit screwed up because I thought the whole idea was getting the thorns on the head, but dude got a 3 count.
He got the 3 count, but then put the thorns on his head after. Yeah. But I don't think it phased Doom because he enjoyed it. He put it back on him. So,
was it like a masochist or whatever the fuck they're called? You enjoy pain?
Yeah, something like that. He definitely enjoys pain, but he definitely gives pain too. I felt it. It's not pretty. Man. That match still haunts me. The wheel, what do you call it? The Crown of Thorns. That's just weird, but pretty funny at the same time.
It makes me wonder what else is on that wheel.
I don't know if I want to know, but I don't want to know.
Well, did that wheel make a debut last month? Is that what it was? And what was that match?
You can't say the fucking word. But let's just say you gotta basically make your opponent pass out.
Asphyxiate?
Yeah, that's what it is. I can't say the word. There's certain words I can't say. I guess that makes me.
I've been watching a lot of Law and Order SVU, so yeah.
That's a good show.
It's a very good show. I'm sorry for season 1. So far I'm on season 4. Only 18 more to go.
Have you seen it before that? Like before you started watching?
couple episodes, yeah. A couple of them are coming back, but not all of them. I wasn't like a religious watcher and stuff. I just watched it here and there. So it's the best of the Law and Orders, yeah.
It's unfortunate that Munch passed away over the weekend.
Did he?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
It just makes his day worse.
I know, right? Hey, I found my pen. Remember, I found my pen.
That's true. I think actually that's the guy to kind of bring this back to wrestling. I think he was choked out on his own talk show by a wrestler. I think Hulk Hogan choked him out on his own show.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance, Google it. I can't remember his name, but I think Hulk Hogan was showing him, I think a rear naked choke, and he lifted him a little bit, and he just passed the fuck out. He fell, smacked his head off the ground. I think he actually sued Hulk Hogan. Yeah, look that up. Yeah, it's, R.I.P. to him. That sucks.
I definitely have to look that up. All right, moving on. Adam Stallion got the win over CJ Esparza.
Good match.
Definitely a good match. I was the referee. How about that? Of course it was good.
That's why it was a good match. Solid reffing. Great match all around.
CJ Esparza didn't like the outcome, though. He kind of gave me a little hard time saying that he kicked out. Yeah, you kicked out after 3. Well, sorry. Nothing I could do.
Right. He's not King Kong Bundy or fucking El Dorado. It's not 5 counts, so.
You want a 5 count, you better talk to Steve. It was a rough night. My officiating end. And we'll definitely get to that part as we go through the results, because I'm going to shoot on something.
Perfect.
The tag team gauntlet. Now, I'd made a prediction on the Power Hour last week, and even though it wasn't in the place that I thought it was going to be, it still happened. So, started out with AZZ against Marco Anthony and Sean Mulligan. AZZ defeated them.
Yeah, but not cleanly.
Never clean with them guys. But as predicted, it was Big Mood who defeated AZZ. I predicted that.
You did. They made it. They made it to the second round of their gauntlet. So, I mean, congrats to them for attempting it. So, yeah.
They should have watched more YouTube.
100%, yeah. Yeah, not our show though, because we're not a lot of viewers of our show. So.
Yeah, it's on YouTube, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Then the next team that came out was Team Babushka, which is Eric Schultz and Mario Pardua.
That was rough.
From the entrance alone, those two seemed a little iffy, and it showed when they really couldn't hold it together as a team, and Mario had enough, gave him we'll call it the Polish bottom, and that allowed Big Mood to eliminate Team Babushka.
Yeah, I wasn't. I don't know a lot about the beginning of the end of that team, but I definitely witnessed the ending. Sometimes when you put egos together like that and everything, they end up clashing. And yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm a huge fan of Schultz. I would love to have seen him go for a tag team championship, but I mean, he doesn't have a teammate that seems to really want to work with him. So
no, I mean he's pissed off Shelly and he pissed off Mario. God knows what else he's gonna do. I think Schultz is alone now.
Oh, it's a shame.
Because Joey Mayberry was part of Team Babushka, but I don't think I think he's just going on his own completely. And he will, and if he faces Schultz down the line, but he's a fan favorite now. So yeah, Big Mood took advantage of the situation and got the win over them. Then it was, now I have to say this right. I can't say the actual word. It was Team SEXY.
Sexy?
But the way they said it at the show is Team SEXY.
Sexy.
Right. But you
Sexy.
get what I'm...
Yeah.
I still rather have them been called Beautiful Johnson. That was such a better name. But whatever. A lot of shenanigans towards the end there. You saw Ryan with his face covered, not only with a paper bag, but his own face. I don't know what
it. I mean, come on now. We know that's a Deadpool gimmick.
Yeah.
I mean, but, you know what? I mean, I get it. You know, obviously his whole persona is his appearance.
Yep.
And, yeah. But,
I don't know if he got stepped on over the weekend or something, but.
A lot of respect for getting so far into that match with a paper bag on his head. That's skill.
Yeah. Even through the ear of the bag.
Oh, yeah.
So Team Sexy at SCXY ended up defeating Big Mood and got the win. Won the whole gauntlet. So I'm going to assume they're going to get a title shot in the very near future.
Mm.
There was no stipulation on it or anything. I assume that moves them up in the rankings.
Yeah, I guess it all comes down to when Steve feels that they deserve the opportunity.
Right. Oh, but wait. You know what? I forgot to mention this before when it was Marco Mulligan in the ring. The part of the shenanigans and, not clean, Team Sexy cost them the match. They distracted them. That's what it was.
Yep.
So that plays a big part. So we know Mulligan and Marco are probably going to want some revenge after they're done drinking.
After they're done drinking. Yeah. And they'll get it. I mean, as big of a drinker as they are, Retribution's kind of on that list as well.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. All right. Big Capri defeated JJ Garrett. Fun match.
Awesome match. Awesome. It was kind of like, because that was Vic Capri's return to CSW, correct?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and Garrett, again, I don't know a lot about these guys, but Garrett's kind of a newer guy to the company, is that correct? Or newish? So to kind of see old school and new school go head to head and everything, awesome seeing Capri pick up that victory, in his returning match is awesome. But Capri could also be one of those guys who, even though he hasn't been there in quite some time, probably wants that CSW championship.
Yeah, he is a former champion.
Yeah.
He's been in the business for over 20 years, so he knows what he's doing. So I was just more worried that maybe his mental state was all that there because he did lose the Dreamwave title. I figured that would weigh in on his mind, but it didn't.
No, I mean, that shows the professionalism he has in this business. He's able to shrug off those losses, knowing that, maybe he has an opportunity to get the Dreamwave title back in the future.
Right. Maybe even CSW title. That should bring him up in the rankings. So maybe we'll see Vic Capri versus Axel Rico. Cool. That would be an awesome match. Steve Boz retains the Bachelor Division title in a hellacious scramble match.
Well, you're right. Miller did not have any friends in that match. And that was proven at the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good match. It was, normally when you get like too many guys into a match and everything, it's almost chaotic, and it was almost like an organized chaos. There was a lot going on, but you're able to follow everything pretty well. And I think, if I remember correctly, because for some reason, the live stream kept buffering a little, but Steve got attacked at the end of that match, correct?
Steve Boz, yes.
Yeah.
He got attacked.
Yeah.
He got attacked by Victor Enestra.
Who he faced last month, is that correct? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I know it was recently, so.
I thought it was the last episode, because they are every month, aren't they? Yeah, so I think it was last month, yeah.
I know they've been in the ring quite a few times over the last year or so, and it's not just there I believe it's been at Northland as well, so
Yeah.
they know each other well. I kind of I don't know how I feel about it, but Victor Nestra, he was kind of upset about not being in the match, period.
That's a GM Steve thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he lost to Carlito recently, so that kind of puts you down in the rankings.
Makes sense.
But yeah, so I thought it was a little creepy too that Nestro's got pictures of Boz everywhere he goes.
Yeah, what the God, that's a weirdo, man. In his bathroom, in his kitchen, everywhere, bro. That's his car.
I mean, I've had pictures of ex-girlfriends in the car, and I stared at them. It's a little weird if he's got Steve Boz. I mean, good-looking old guy, but I mean, come on.
I gotta ask Nubby. I gotta ask. So when you're sitting in that car staring at the picture of that ex-girlfriend, what's your song choice on that? Is it Fall Out Boy? Are we listening to some like old school fucking Simple Plan? Perfect.
Wow, you're asking me to go way back in the day because the only time I ever had a girl's picture in my car like that. Fuck.
All right.
That was 2004, so I don't even know.
All right, come on, Simple Plan was big back then. Maybe a country song, man. You know, country songs are all about depressed fucking drunks. I'm gonna guess it was probably more of a Fall Out Boy, Simple Plan kind of thing. Probably Perfect by Simple Plan because it's not too late. Nothing lasts forever. I'm sorry. I can't be perfect.
A song that I did kind of dedicate it to her was it was a Metallica song, but it wasn't Nothing Else Matters. It was on the Garage Inc. version or Garage Inc. Disc. Abracadabra or something like that.
Maybe.
I think that was it.
My last bad breakup where I had a song dedicated to a girl was I think 2012. And it was Maybe We're Not Meant to Be by Theory of a Dead Man. It's a good one. Anyways, yeah, so Steve Boz has a guy who, nicest way of saying it, a strong interest in him.
Right.
And we'll see.
Makes it less creepy.
Yeah. So we'll see where that goes in the coming maybe next show or following show or something.
Yeah. All right. Next match. What was supposed to be a 3-way between Sky Blue, Camille, and Shelly ended up being 1-on-1 between Camille and Shelly because, as Sky Blue explained before the matchup, she got 5 stitches in her head.
Okay. See again, and this was a point where the live stream screwed up again. I had to close out the app and reopen it. So I saw the entrance of the first 2, and then when I was able to reopen it again, it was Sky Blue's mentioning, good luck to you both or whatever like that, and I'll be back next time or something like that. So I didn't know the reasons why she wasn't in the match. But that does make a lot of sense if she has a recent injury where, you don't want to bust those stitches back open and stuff. Still a good singles match, though.
Oh, yeah. I got a lot of heat throughout that match, for sure, by the fans. They really wanted Shelly to win.
It was a 4 count, Turtle.
God, Lord.
I saw the comments. You're counting too slow. It was a 4 count, Turtle.
Yeah. I heard a lot of fucking shit that night. During that match.
Can't please everybody, man.
No. Even when they love you, they still gotta hate you too. It's all good though. When we thought Shelly was going to pick up the victory, Eric Schultz came out, tried to distract her, but behind him was Mario Perdue getting ready to, do something. Shelly knocked him right into Mario and then gave him a fireman's carry, but it was the distraction was just too much for Shelly, and She got speared by Camille 1, 2, 3, and yeah. So Camille gets the win. I got a lot of heat. Now this is where I'm about to shoot because I got really pissed off. And if you were watching at the time, you saw me yelling at a certain section of fans.
I did not see that part. No.
Oh, okay. Well, so after the match, the fans weren't happy. I get it. I've been, as a referee, I've been taking so much heat. I get it. It's all fun, games, whatever. They started throwing paper in the ring. They started throwing little hearts, inflatable hearts that Shelly handed out, whatever.
Yeah.
I get that, whatever. You shouldn't be throwing shit in the ring, but that shit was harmless.
Mm-hmm.
But some piece of shit motherfucker decided to throw a beer can at me. Now,
yeah.
First of all, you're a piece of shit for doing it.
Yeah. Oh, side note, it wasn't me. I wasn't there.
You wouldn't have done that. I know.
I wouldn't have done that. I may be a piece of shit, but I wouldn't be doing that. Was it a regular?
Look,
do you know if it's like
it was. They've been selling the Stone Cold Broken Skull ones, and it looked like he threw two, but the one that just missed me, still had liquid in it, and it got all on my face. I say it was about half inch away from my eye. Look, I get it. I could take the heat. I've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
But you don't throw a fucking beer can or any other hard object at people. No. Especially at somebody that's in the ring, right? It's a safety issue for one. Mm-hmm. And two, you're a scumbag for even doing it.
It reminds me of I think Eric Bischoff was talking about, like, with the whole NWO stuff. Like, there was one Nitro where somebody way up in, like, the nosebleeds were whipping fucking D batteries at them and shit. That, yeah. And glass bottles, and I mean, it's, yeah, I don't like talking about reality or shoots here, but it's a perfect example of why, maybe sometimes we should. People who go to these wrestling shows, I'm assuming if you're old enough to buy beer, you understand that it's a performance. Mm-hmm. Clearly Turtle has a job to do, and the competitors in the ring determine what happens and what doesn't happen. So yeah, if you want to be a piece of shit and do things like that, maybe it's best if you stay home and download the IWTV app and maybe, maintain your composure in your own fucking house. But yeah, no, you don't put other people in harm's way just because you have some kind of fucking temper issue. No, that's fucked up. Here's the thing, like, I don't want to speak for you, but you may agree. If it's to blow up hearts, pieces of paper, hey, so be it. Obviously getting heat with, fans is a fun thing to do. But once you start throwing objects that could be considered like assault, battery, something that cause harm. I mean, I don't know how full that beer was, but I'm going to guess that even if it was half full or a quarter full and that hits you in the eye, that's going to fuck you up.
There was enough in there for, so you see the setup.
Yeah.
Now you got the entrance way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're looking at it on screen, so it would be your right. It was on that side, and the beer can made it to the ring, and I think it just bounced off a rope or something, or maybe it just didn't make it all the way to me, but the liquid got me on my face and pretty close to my eye, and I snapped.
That would piss me off too. Like, I don't care if it was fucking, the beer can itself or just splashback from whatever they fucking threw. It's disrespectful. It's fucking rude. It's like, I mean, no, you just don't do shit like that. Like I said, if you have to throw something because you feel like you want to be a big man about it, throw a solo cup, throw an empty plastic fucking cup, throw something that's not going to fucking damage somebody's fucking eyesight if it hits them in the eye. I mean, granted, yes, the eye is probably one of the quickest healing parts of your body, but it's also one of the most fucking, like, gentle most damage prone. I mean, come on now, fucking, you can scratch a corner just by putting a contact in. You know, that shit's fucked up. And I'm sorry you had to go through that, man.
I mean, if you have the balls to throw an object at me, then have the balls to admit that you did it when I called you out. Because at that time, I didn't see who did it, and no one was admitting to it, but the fans were scared. A lot of the fans in the front row and shit, they knew I was pissed, and they were looking away. But I watched it again today, and I saw who did it. And he hid after that.
Well, you don't want to piss off Mike Brennan, man.
You don't want to piss off the company, because you could be banned from that shit. Now, I could have easily. Now, I'm sure CSW hear about it now, because I'm sure they're are part of the 42 subscribers on YouTube. But
do we got 42 on YouTube?
I don't know. Whatever AZZ said, right?
Yeah.
But if you, I could have easily said something to the management of CSW, but I didn't, because in my mind I just wanted to go outside and cooled off, and I was fine. It slipped my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But you can be banned, or you can get your ass beat. Plain and simple.
Yep.
We can easily ban people from coming to our shows. It's been done. That is my shoot.
Hey, we do got 42 subscribers. Nice. Okay, awesome. Anyways, all right, yeah. Next match, is it the main event?
Main event. Blake Christian defeated Marche Rocket via countout. I do question that. I believe
it's an unfortunate ending to a match.
Well, it's not. It could happen. Countouts can happen.
And that's another thing too. Real quick. Another thing. So it bummed me out again. I don't know what the lag issue was, if it was my end or the app, but I missed the over the guardrail spot, which I'm guessing is the biggest part of that match. Now, obviously, I'm sure I could go back and watch it on IWTV, but I was so pissed when they're outside the ring, it glitched out. As soon as I opened it up, I hear Steve yell, "Oh, guardrail, they're on the offense." I'm like, what the fuck did I just miss? So you're going to have to tell me what happened there, because I didn't go back and watch it yet.
So Marche was on the other side of the guardrail.
Okay.
He got put in the seats.
Yeah.
And then Blake Christian jumped from the top rope, springboard style, onto Marche over the guardrail.
Now, was it like he was outside the rope, springboard backflip, or inside the ring, springboard?
Okay. Inside the ring.
Nice. God, I gotta go back and watch that part.
It's like a springboard crossbody type thing onto Marche. But then that led to Marche getting counted out. But I'm questioning this. I'm almost protesting this, because as an official, Blake pushed the referee into Marche as he was trying to come back in.
Mm-hmm.
Once your count is stopped,
you start over.
Exactly. He did not start over.
Wow.
So I'm protesting this.
I would do.
Senior official, I protest. I question.
Yeah, it definitely opens the doors to a rematch opportunity, which I hope they do, because they great competitors all around.
Oh yeah,
solid main event. So
definitely.
All in all, solid card. Great card. When's the next show?
March 17th.
March 17th. Oh, is that St. Patrick's Day or day before St. Patrick's Day?
I think St. Patrick's Day is
the 18th, right?
And that's an SCW show, I believe. So.
Oh, jeez, so much.
It's on St. Patrick's Day.
There we go.
Holy shit! Great. At a bar.
More beer cans.
I'm calling BJ Porter. That's it. He's taking my spot. But now we got Hornswoggle coming in, and that was announced by Steve at the end of the show. But it didn't stop there.
Now, see, okay, so here's the thing. Anything you're about to tell me was not aired on IWTV.
Yeah, it was.
No, because I did not know Hornswoggle was coming until I saw it on Facebook earlier today. But there was a part where he said, "Thank you for tuning in to, CSW on IWTV," and then it cut out.
Well, they must have added it back in at the end because it showed.
Okay, so you went back to watch it?
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever Steve stopped talking at commentary, that's when the live stream cut out.
Oh. Well, Steve did go in the ring to announce Swoggle, and then TJ Steele came out and whacked Steve with a chair. Multiple times.
Was he injured, or was that injury a ploy?
He was still injured.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I didn't get to see that part. Like I said, it didn't pop up on the live stream when I was watching it.
Yeah.
Man,
TJ is really upset. But now I sympathized with him before, about not getting a shot, but now I have no sympathy now.
Yeah, he can't take that out on Steve. He's the one that landed poorly in the match. He's the one that got injured. Steve had nothing to do with that. That just sounds like bitterness at that point.
Yeah, I think TJ Steele's definitely better, and he's now a changed man.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're a changed man right now because you just stuck up for Steve.
Well, I mean, what do I got to lose now, Nubby? I mean, come on now. I've been outed for the kind of person I truly am. Are we ready to kind of talk about some of this stuff that's been said? Anything else you want to add about CSW?
No, I think I'm good on that. Okay.
So let's start with. I'm going to start with the easy one. I'm going to start with Rion. Because honestly, I don't have a lot to say about Rion. I don't know what his mindset is. Clearly, I think if I had to say what I believe is going on with Rion is, I guess, simple, but in a complicated way. It's like Rion's doing what he wants to do, and he feels he doesn't have to give any kind of explanation. Now, I'm fine with that. I really don't care anymore. He kicked fucking Maximus Orion in the fucking in the junk. The only way I could see why he did it is through my own perspective and a little bit of what he said himself. He was made a joke at RPW, wearing outfits, doing silly things and shit like that, and he just got tired of it. And that's great. I don't understand the whole dirty work thing, how he has me, I have you do my dirty work. I know the whole me not telling a certain person to do a certain thing on an episode a couple weeks ago. I was questioning about my manhood because I wouldn't tell Shelly, who is the commentator and I guess the CFO of Rocket Pro Wrestling, to fuck herself because she doesn't listen to the podcast. And because of that, I don't know. I mean, that was an example that was used. Another example was the Sky Blue thing. I made a deal with you. Guess video Sky Blue, ask her if she, yeah, sure. Maybe that's me asking you to do my dirty work for me. I don't understand how it is because I don't have access to Sky Blue. I don't work in the, CSW wrestling company. I don't go to the locker room. So there's no way of me ever asking her. And I made that deal with you as a joke. If you did it, amazing. If you didn't do it, big fucking deal. So if that's me asking you to do my dirty work, so be it. If me asking you to do my dirty work by getting all this information for all these wrestling shows so we can do Turtle Indie Talk, if that is a thing to where it makes it look like I am doing very little and you're running the show because of all that, then hey, so be it. And Nubby, if you believe that too, all the power in the world to you, man. If you believe that you do more work here on this show than I do, I'm okay with that because honestly, you get all this information for me and I appreciate that, but you have the access to it. You have the people who have the ability to get that information to you. I don't. I've tried for years and I can never get anyone to send me information on their shows. And there's a lot of stuff going on in my life outside of just JFW. This freaking show, Freaknet Studios, my job, my life. There's so much. So when you came on, fucking blessing, because You have you have Brandon and Steve and whoever you have at other wrestling promotions able to send you match cards. You work at these companies to get the results. You get your friends who send you the results from the companies we can't make it to. And be honest with me, is it working for you or am I putting too much pressure on you? Am I giving you too much work to do, Nubby?
I'm doing what is best for Just Freaking Wrestling.
But am I putting
JFW
too much work on you? Are you overworked here on JFW? Am I asking too much of you?
No.
Thank you. So
I do this because I'm a fucking team player.
Thank you. So if Rian believes that all this stuff is you doing my dirty work, then that's fine. Rian's entitled to have his own opinion, and I respect that. Because he's not really wrong, and if that's the reasons, I'm not saying he's incorrect. He is. I asked you. I didn't ask you. I made a bet with you for Sky Blue. I didn't really believe you were going to do that. I mean, who the fuck's going to do that to Sky Blue? But by the way, did you do it?
But what was the deal? That if I did it and she said yes,
if you got a video of asking her if she watches the JFW, and if she said no, for you to tell her to fuck herself, then I would not talk about the L.I.M for, I forget, X amount of fucking episodes or some shit. Well, it's a goofy fucking bet. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you right now. Shoot, I had no doubt you weren't going to do that. I honestly believe you weren't even going to do it.
Well, unfortunately for the L.I.M, I did not get the chance to do it.
Which is fine. Here's the thing. Because there was no repercussions for you to not do it. And I'm okay with that. Here's the thing. Even if you did do it, and here's another shoot, even if you did do it, I wouldn't air that on the podcast because that'd just freaking be horrible. Absolutely horrible. But doesn't matter. You didn't do it, and I'm fine with that, so we can move on from that. If he believes that, as I said, all this other dirty work stuff, if you getting me the information to do this show, fine. If that's his example, then so be it. The Shelly thing, I don't get. I didn't tell Shelly to fuck herself. You didn't tell Shelly to fuck herself. I may have egged you on to do it, but you didn't do it. It's not like I was forcing you, giving an ultimatum to do it. So I want Rian to be Rian. I want Rian to do what he feels is best for himself. And I believe he is doing that. Here's the thing. I don't care what it is because it doesn't matter to me, and it doesn't affect me in the least. I don't need Steve to go onto the Power Hour Tuesday night to go and tell Rian, like, oh, so Travis doesn't give a fuck what you do. He called you out on JFW. No, that's not the case. I'm not calling Rian out. I'm not questioning anything about Rian. Clearly, Rian is tired of being asked why. He is tired of being poked and prodded for a reason on his actions. Clearly, he's told you. He's tired. He just wants to be done. Whatever being done is, whatever it is. Whatever he's tired of, who cares? Let Rian be Rian. That's the easy one.
Can I just add to that real quick?
Go for it.
So I was going, because I'm not sure if you heard it or saw it, but the Maximus O'Brien responded to everything that was going on.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Okay.
No.
So I was going to do it today, but I'm going to wait till next week because we have Bracket Pro coming up next weekend. So I'm going to play that next week when we're talking about the situation. But what I am going to say when it comes to my side of things, okay, it's not my issue. I do have an issue when it comes to kicking another man in the genitals because, it's still a cheap way out of things. And to me, it just shows you're throwing a fucking temper tantrum. Now, I get it. You're tired. Whatever this new phase is of Rian, do I agree with it? Fuck no, because there's two versions of Rian I have seen since 2010, 2009, whatever. You got the happy-go-lucky Rian that we all know and love. Yeah. Then you had the PCW World Champion who was ruthless, but did not have to go as far as kicking someone in the nuts. So I just... you're tired. And there was another thing he said. It's hard to fucking put it in my head, but let me just say this. Maximus Orion's going to take care of you. He's going to kick your ass. And when he does, just remember one thing. You chose that life. Next on the docket.
Okay. I want to talk about L.I.M. I want to talk about the lovely intoxicated men and some of the things that were sent out over the course of, I guess it was the last day and a half, maybe. Jeez, who do I even start with? I'll start with Pat, because that's the one that affected me the most. And I'm going to do my best to get through this without being emotional about it. Because, like I said, Travesty fears the L.I.M. I think it kind of culture shocked me. It kind of like made that realization, like maybe it's true, listening to Pat's promo. And so I'm sitting there and I'm seeing the anger and the frustration coming out of his voice and the words he's saying to me. And I'm thinking to myself, like, here's a guy who comes out in his first fucking promo wearing a long sleeve shirt. Granted, one of the sleeves was rolled up. Kind of mellow tone voice. Second one comes out, fucking short sleeve t-shirt, a little bit funny, a little bit louder. And then he comes out in this fucking tank top, screaming at me. And it dawned on me, if he keeps going with shortening the sleeves on his shirt, eventually he's going to be topless. And that terrifies the fuck out of me. Because if there's one thing I don't want to see is fucking PacMan in a goddamn video with less sleeves and a fucking tank top offers. What the fuck is that, man? Who the hell fucking wears a muscle shirt without one goddamn fucking muscle on it? Trying to intimidate me from what looks like to be his fucking mom's basement? Which, by the way, happy belated birthday to you, PacMan's mother. I saw the awesome picture you did with, your son with the dog on his back and your daughter standing fucking next to you. But come the fuck on, PacMan. I don't understand where you and these other idiots that you fucking hang out with sit here and think like, oh, Travis is afraid of us. The fucking giggle monster has to fucking show his CM Punk ass fucking shirt like he's dropping fucking pipe bombs. Dude, he's been a fucking L.I.M. for like, 2 fucking weeks? And the only reason he's not the honorary oos of L.I.M. anymore is because that gimmick went away on fucking SmackDown. So now he has to be the fucking giggle monster. Oh, I'm sorry, the Gia monster. Who the fuck decided that? Did fucking PacMan go up to him and say, hey, create your own fucking name? And he's like, oh, I know. I'm going to make a name that's going to give Travis instant ability to mock and fucking tear me down by calling yourself the giggle monster. And then the guy, the fucking Gabagool guy, the fucking Italian dude who probably grew up in fucking New Lenox, who acts like he's all mobbed out and shit, but probably went to a private fucking school, who sits there and tells me, like, you call me the stupid guy with the baby? No, sir. I never once called you the stupid guy with the baby. I called you the guy with the stupid baby. And you're right. Your kid probably is fucking playing with blocks and walking around. And congrats on pulling out the fat joke on me. That's real fucking original, Holmes. But here's the thing. You talk about the brains that your fucking child has. Probably the most intelligent kid, the most intelligent person in that entire fucking household. Because the moment you almost had me in your fucking promo, you had to pull your fucking hat off. And that glare from the sun just made it fucking unbearable to fucking watch. Nice try, guys. I applaud you and your fucking efforts on trying to intimidate me and call me out. And here's the funny thing. I was sitting at fucking work day. Here's a fucking shoot for you. I work with my fucking stepdad. And he was asking me a question while I was fucking leaving for work. So as I'm waiting for him and everything, I'm listening to these fucking videos again because I needed a good fucking laugh for the day. And I was like, oh, let's go watch this shit. And my stepdad's sitting there like, who is there? Are they talking about you? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, That sounds stupid. I'm like, it is, because they're all idiots. It's unfortunate how the new wave or the third wave of fucking promos came out, and not one from the Bible thumping virgin who fucking showed up. What the fuck was his name? JJ? Fucking come on. Waste of fucking time, guys. Here's the thing. Do fucking better. And PacMan, more clothes is better than less. No more fucking tank tops. You sit there, tell you what, go back and play that fucking stupid drinking game you made where you're sipping on fucking wine that I'm assuming you stole out of your mom's fucking cabinet. And I'm not talking about the cabinet that all the liquor's at. I'm talking about the cabinet that she keeps in her fucking bedroom that she hides from fucking people because she's too ashamed of it. But good for fucking you for trying, bud. Way to try to get the laughs out. And fucking Alpha Zeta Zeta, you want to try to poke fun at fucking JFW? You guys are going to be the greatest fucking politicians in the fucking world. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you sit there. And Nubby said it perfectly. You guys could double fuck yourselves if you don't listen to my show. And yeah, go ahead and look on YouTube. Go look at the 43 subscribers. Go and watch the videos that average 12 fucking downloads. What the fuck ever. But here's the fucking thing. When I close out these shows, I tell everybody Nubby, you know where I tell people to listen to our show at?
Oh, yeah.
iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Podbean. How many times do I mention fucking YouTube? How many times do I mention? I never mention YouTube. Why? Because we're not producing videos onto fucking YouTube. And I don't know what person, which surprised me that there's a dozen fucking people who watch every one of our fucking shows. They listen to our podcast through YouTube. Congrats to you guys. I appreciate it. But when Alpha Zeta Zeta wants to question the fucking downloads and the views and the fucking followers of our show, look at fucking Podbean that takes the algorithm of all our fucking shows and has 1,000 subscribers and over 6,000 downloads that our fucking shows have. But you want to point out fucking YouTube that I don't promote, that I don't share, that I don't fucking talk about? Good for you guys. You're like every other fucking politician in the fucking world. You find the one negative that fucking works towards your narrative. And here's the funny part, Steve. You know where my fucking shows are downloaded and listened to because you mocked me about Podbean when you had Nubby on the show fucking months ago. So you know YouTube isn't the only place my shows are watched. But hey, congratulations to you on having your 100 and something views on your episodes on fucking YouTube because you produced the videos. And I would expect nothing less from that. But don't sit there and agree with Alpha Zeta Zeta saying like, oh, he only has 42 subscribers. Oh, he only gets 12 downloads an episode. Oh, Steve and Rion want to joke about how they're a third of my fucking viewers. Fine. If you guys watch my show through fucking YouTube, congrats to you. But I bet you, guarantee you, I want to hear from your voice, Steve. Do you watch or listen to my show on fucking YouTube, or do you listen to it on iTunes? Because I bet you don't fucking listen to it on YouTube. I bet it's from a different fucking app. Just like everybody else listens to it on a different fucking app. That's why we average 2 to 250 fucking listens a fucking, month, every 3 weeks, whatever. We have like 180 so far this fucking month alone. We haven't even put out the third fucking episode to this show. So, Alpha Zeta Zeta, PacMan, the Giggle Monster, fucking Tony, fucking Gabagool, whatever your fucking name is, you could all fuck yourselves, regardless if you listen to my show or don't. Because you sit here and you think you can say shit about me, and it's gonna hurt me and fucking affect me. You think I'm gonna fucking stop making this show? You're out of your damn minds, idiots. Because here's the thing, AZZ, Alpha Zeta Zeta, I could Google you right now. I've done it. You don't pop up anywhere unless I go onto YouTube, and I don't find Alpha Zeta Zeta's YouTube channel. I find JWA, Rocket Pro Wrestling. I find other companies that you guys mooched off of, that you guys used to make yourselves fucking relevant. So good for you on that. Your fucking matches, 100 and something fucking views. But you didn't do it yourself. You used the companies you wrestle for as a way to promote your fucking tag team. A tag team that failed in the gauntlet match, even though you swore you were gonna fucking do it. I built this by myself. Put the right people in place. That's why Turtle's here. And we do pretty good for ourselves in subscriptions and downloads. I got a fucking sponsor. You think fucking CarterComics.com is going to sponsor a 42 subscriber, 12 download a week fucking podcast? Hell no. That's why Alpha Zeta Zeta, that's why I have money and you don't. Because you're nothing. You're a bunch of punk-ass kids who think because you wear polos and backwards visors and sunglasses that you're fucking cool. Bullshit. You're no different than the fucking L.I.M, who are no different than the fucking Rocket Boys, who are no different than any other fucking person who buys a ticket, sit where you're supposed to, and shut your fucking mouths. So the people like me, or Nubby, or Steve, C-Red, Cactus Rack, Rion, or anyone else who has a fucking wrestling podcast could do what we do and put out content that people fucking enjoy. Hey, Nubby.
Travis?
Did I forget anybody?
No. I think,
is there anybody else?
I think you covered everything we were going to cover.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You guys don't scare me. You can't depress me. You're not going to affect my mood one way or another. Because here's the thing. You guys have to buy your tickets to Rocket Pro. I'm invited to Rocket Pro. A company I've only been to twice wants me there because I'm talented. They want you there because you have money. So think about that, L.I.M. Think about that for a fucking minute. If you didn't show up, would they worry? Yeah, because they're not getting your money, but they don't give a fuck about you. You're irrelevant. Me? I'm wanted. That's undeniable. Woo. We got some shows coming up this week in Nubsters.
We do.
Let's talk about IPW. We'll do Southland there as the main event.
That's right. Put them in the main event this week because next week they'll probably be mid-card. Yeah. All right. IPW returns this Sunday, February 26th of 2023, in case you didn't know what the year was. Some of you still don't. At the VFW Post 311, 22341 Governor's Highway in Richmond Park. General admission is $15. Kids 10 and under, you're only $10. Doors open at 1 p.m. Bell time is 2 p.m. There's no football, so you have to be there.
Is it physically 10 and under, or is it mentally 10 and under?
I believe physically.
So I do have to pay full price.
Yes.
Damn. Doesn't hurt to ask.
Full price last time.
That's true. Doesn't hurt to ask.
This show has a host, as they always do. This host is Flash Harris. I'm sure you know who Harris is.
Here's the ironic thing, Nubby. I went back and I was listening to, I was watching the Christmas Carnage Rocket Pro show. Because I wanted to go back and listen to some of the commentating that was happening, because I realistically want to find out, did Shelley put herself in her own situation with the Idols, with Roxy? And she did. Clearly, listening to the commentating, she totally did herself. But Flash Harris is somebody you mentioned that month. Remember what you said?
No, I don't remember.
You said he's on your list of people you want to wrestle.
Okay.
So, it's just funny how full circle.
I mean, I've been saying it for about a year, though, that I would love to get in the ring with him, but the problem is he doesn't always show up. So,
I'm just saying that if I didn't listen to the commentary that you did during the I think it was the 8-man tag match, Christmas Carnage.
If I didn't listen, Chaos?
Yeah, what'd I say?
You said Christmas Carnage. You're putting two shows together into one.
Same shit, different boat. Come on now, man.
Well, Cupid Carnage.
Cupid Carnage. Yeah. So Christmas Chaos, I think you were out there commentating during the 8-man tag. If I didn't listen to that commentary, I would have no idea who the fuck Flash Harris was, because I've never seen him wrestle or compete at any of the shows I've been to.
Well, you did see him compete.
When?
He's the one that wrestled Chris Logan at Cupid Carnage in the main event.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yes, sir.
No. What was the main event? What was the main event? Cupid Carnage. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm thinking Christmas Chaos though. I don't remember Cupid's Carnage.
You were the bell ringer.
I know, but I was so focused on my job, I don't remember the matches.
Well, you talked about it like you did watch it.
Yeah, but, fucking life has, moved forward from that point. Do you sit here and think that I fucking keep all this shit in my head week after week? We talk about so many wrestlers and so many shows and so many matches. I can't keep all that shit straight.
Well, that's why I'm here.
What was the main event at Cupid Carnage?
It was Chris Logan and Flash Harris.
Okay. Is that the Shogun guy?
Yeah.
And he took on Flash Harris.
Yes.
Yep, I don't remember his opponent. Is Flash Harris an idol?
Yes.
Yep, don't remember him.
I mean, he's easily forgettable because he's hardly there. And he's an idol.
I remember the end of Cupid's Carnage. I remember Shogun in the main event. I don't remember his fucking opponent. So I guess realistically, I remember the important parts of that fucking match.
Wow. You know what? Hey, awesome. That means, hey, Flash Harris, you're not important.
Well, it's probably because he does. I bet he also doesn't even listen to his fucking show.
No, he doesn't. So he can probably go fuck himself.
Fuck yeah, he can. That irrelevant fuck. God.
And you could tell him that this Sunday, as he's the host of the show. So
I could,
if you show up.
I might be there. We'll see.
All right. We got some matches. The league champion, Aaron Stone, will be in his own gauntlet. We don't know the participants, and I don't think he knows.
It's going to be exciting now. Did it say how many opponents? They don't even say that.
Doesn't even say that.
That could be the whole show.
Yeah, Flash Harris made this match because as a host, you are the GM for the day. And he could just be pulling names out of a hat and as many times as he wants. It could be the whole roster. It could be a roster from another company. Who knows what's up with... Maybe, but Steve also has his own thing going on that night.
I know Steve has been having issues with the idols and stuff, so...
Yeah, we all have.
Who's to say that that one of the idols doesn't make Steve pull double duty?
It's true.
I mean, you even say yourself, you wouldn't mind punching some of the idols in the face.
I'll punch every idol in the face twice. I don't care.
See?
Well, yeah, Aaron, and I believe the title's on the line. I am not 100%. Yeah, actually it is because it said the league championship gauntlet.
There we go.
So Aaron Stone will have a fight for his life. Aaron Stone's tough, though. I've been in the ring with him. He hurts. For the beer drinking title is the beer drinking champion, Sean Danger, with Diesel Trax, another beer drinker, will be taking on Russell Alltime with Motivation Mike in his corner. Special guest referee is Ticket Taker Steve Aaron.
Nice. So just to double check, Russell Alltime, sticking with that name?
Russell Alltime is sticking with Russell Alltime.
Awesome. Yeah, this show actually, not this show, this match in particular, actually almost made me decide to 100% not go to fucking IPW.
Is it because of motivation, Mike?
No, it's because the fact that it's about beer drinking, and I know that those fucking alcoholics out in Joliet, the L.I.M, might show up for that fucking reason alone. This is one of the reasons I love every company. I love Rocket Pro Wrestling for its own things. But the reason Rocket Pro Wrestling is at the top of my fucking list, and almost every other company I go to is because I know the L.I.M doesn't like to stray too far away from fucking home, and that might be a curfew thing from their moms. But I know that I could go and enjoy an IPW or an SCW or an ARW or a DWA without having to worry about seeing the lovely intoxicated men show up there, because where they're at now, they're relevant and known, and everywhere else, they're fucking nobodies.
Well, this should be an interesting match alone because...
It'll be a terrific match. Plus, Danger doesn't have you on the outside of the ring costing them a fucking match.
No, I have my own thing.
Yeah, because you did that Christmas Chaos. I rewatched this show.
I didn't do it on purpose, but...
Nah, you let your emotions get the best of you there.
I do, and you know what? I'm human. I do that.
You could have rolled out of the ring and just let it be.
But I wanted to punch Rock. I wanted to punch Rock and Rivera, so I did.
You could have punched him after the match.
Yeah, well, hey, it happens.
Had to make it about Turtle.
Sometimes. We have a triple threat match for the junior heavyweight title.
Real quick, go back. Who is Trax and Danger facing again? Russell All-Time and Motivational Mike?
Well, it's actually one-on-one between Sean Danger and Russell All-Time. Diesel Trax will be in the corner, and Motivation Mike, whatever the fuck, Jake from State Farm guy, whatever.
Gotcha. Okay. And you said Steve is the special guest referee.
Yeah. So this is actually something new for Steve.
Is there like a special stipulation with the beer drinking title? Like, is there a stipulation that pertains to that involves drinking or no?
I assume there's some drinking involved.
Gotcha. Perfect.
There was a time where Steve challenged him for the beer drinking championship and ended up drinking pee.
Gross.
Yes.
Absolutely horrifying.
It is. And I'm sure it still gives Steve the willies and nightmares about.
I bet that pissed him off.
Bazinga. All right. Again, a triple threat match for the junior heavyweight title. Muggsy James, the junior heavyweight champion,
fucking Muggsy,
taking on Leo LaFleur and Corey McHenry.
Now, has Muggsy not officially changed his name for personal reasons or because he's still considered just a prospect for the Hansen family?
Well, I believe because there's no affiliation with IPW in the family right now, I don't think he's using any family stuff, I should say, in IPW. So gotcha. He's just going to be Muggsy James.
I'll have to have a talk with that kid.
I mean, if we can convince the family to come to IPW, that would be swell.
That's true.
I mean, imagine Charlie Jr. at IPW doing his thing. Right. Just imagine.
God, just him yelling in that fucking that room. Holy hell. God. They'd fucking tear apart IPW, man. 100%.
I say, hey, IPW, give us what we want.
There you go.
I know there's always a catch. But
call out IPW, let them know.
That's right. I just did.
The family needs to be in Richmond Park.
Yes. All right. Jay Thunder will be taking on Damian Gray of the Idols. Here's one that you'll be interested in.
Oh, I'm interested in all of them, Nubsters.
Well, this one you'll really be interested in.
Are you in it?
Not this one. But
man.
We'll get to me in a minute.
Is it the roller derby girls?
No.
Is it Max Holiday?
No.
It
involves half of the Bros.
Oh, nice. Fucking Bros, bro.
Tad Bro of the Bros.
Which one is Tad? Because I'm still confused.
I believe he's the blonde. Yeah, he's the blonde haired.
So the non-Eldorado one.
Yeah, the non-Eldorado.
Gotcha. Okay.
Tad Bro of the Bros, who are also tag team champions, will be taking on 1/3 of the trio's tag team champions, the Workhorses, Mikey Peterson, the one who listens to our show.
Which one is he again? Is he the one that flexes?
No, he's the creepy mustache guy.
Gotcha. He's the one that looks like his dad cross-pollinated with, like, the family hog?
Yeah.
Gotcha. And that's not a shot at his mother. I'm talking about an actual fucking swine animal. Again, not his mother. A pig. Again, not his mother. There's no other way for me to say it. Actual livestock. Not his mother. And he listens to the show?
And he listens to the show.
I'm not talking about your mother. I'm implying that your mother is an actual animal. I'm not calling a woman an animal, just so you know. Also, your fucking... Are the Workhorses, are they brothers or cousins or boyfriends? Like, what the fuck are they?
They're really...
Be all the above?
All the above, probably.
Excellent. Go tell your fucking siblings or your kin, if you will, that don't listen to the show, that they could flex their arms, be relevant, and fuck themselves.
Hell to the yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We got another triple threat match. And it's for number 1 contendership for the Second City Championship.
Who's current Second City champion?
Hot Rod Daddy Andy.
There we go.
This triple threat features Joey Dalton versus D'Angelo Steele versus me, the Amazing Turk.
Getting opportunities, bro. Fuck yeah.
It was noted on the IPW Facebook page that I made it clear that I want titles now because I'm done playing around.
Yeah.
And I want titles. Well, who doesn't want a title? I mean...
That's true. I would love to have a title.
I mean, I'm not gonna... I like what I do. I love being entertaining. And I can entertain all day.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not gonna go kick someone in the balls to get my way. I'm gonna actually fight for it, get in the ring, and work my way up, and that's what I did. I had some losses in between, but I've shown how tough I was, and now I got to prove myself again, and I'll keep doing it.
Yeah.
And
well, you
be a tough match.
You got a tough challenge ahead of you, but I firmly believe you can do it. You're no stranger to triple threats. You're in a triple threat a few months back against RVP and the dog dude.
Yeah, I didn't win, but I didn't lose.
That's true. See, now you just got to take the next step in this triple threat and not lose but win.
Right. And stay away from the ropes when I'm going for the pin.
Right.
You know.
Don't get pulled out. Yeah.
Right. I do the pulling out. I don't get pulled out.
True that. Yeah. No little nubsters.
Yeah. All right. In a non-title match, it is the Second City champion, Hot Rod Daddy Andy, versus Nick Diamond.
Why is it non-title?
I want to say maybe Nick Diamond's got to earn his title shot. I mean, he just lost the junior title to Muggsy James not too long ago, so he's lower in the rankings. He's got to move up. So
I guess I could see that. So that means Cactus Rack might be in attendance.
Oh, she'll be there. Most likely.
Are her roller derby friends coming?
That I do not know.
Lame. I almost made it to the roller derby this past Saturday, by the way.
Oh, yeah? Almost?
Yeah. Now I realized I had to get in a car and drive. I'm like,
But yeah, that's the card as of now.
Awesome.
For IPW this Sunday, again, VFW Post 311, 22341, Governor's Highway, Richmond Park. General admission tickets, 15. Kids, 10 and under, or $10. 1 p.m. door, 2 p.m. bell.
So if I remember what you said, there's only one title match. The Gauntlet, or is Muggsy's title on the line? No, is Muggsy's title on the line?
Muggsy's title's on the line.
Okay, so 2 title matches. Gotcha. Okay. Nice.
All right. Let's move on to SCW.
That's a lie. I'm sorry. 3. The fucking drunk ass fucking belt. My bad.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, how come Russell all the time doesn't put his title on the fucking line? Unfair.
Wait, why? Why isn't it a double title match?
Right? Come on now. He's champion. How dare he?
Yeah. What the fuck? I don't know. But anyway, we got SCW.
Fucking SCW, Steam Hollow Brewing. And no, that's not an invitation to L.I.M to show up because it's at a bar. Stay away from my fucking company.
Or just show up anyway.
No. I don't need them bastardizing Southland Championship Wrestling. I don't need them bastardizing the only bar I fucking drink at. No.
But more money for SCW. More money for SCW.
No.
Means more money for Travis T.
No. I will take that fucking hit. I will prevent Nubby from getting paid that night if it means balancing out the fact that I don't gotta see tickets being sold to these idiots. Fall on this sword for me, bro.
SCW returns to Steam Hollow Brewing for Polar Plunge and Rockin' Wrestling.
That's right.
Steam Hollow is 450 South Spruce Street in Mantino. Tickets are $20 and bell time is 7 p.m.
Right. Fucking, yeah, hours of fucking wrestling and rock music, man.
It's a great night. Great shows.
Big fucking card, too. A lot of fucking matches on this card.
Mm-hmm. Surprisingly, normally we have about, 7-ish.
Yeah, I think this one is like 8 or 9. Actually, I just saw another match. I don't know if I missed it from when I saw it because it wasn't in the post that you put up there.
It was just added. It was just added. So I made that the first match I wrote down. So I wouldn't forget.
Good call.
All right. And we'll get into it. How about it? Max Holiday and a mystery partner versus Caribbean Arrogance.
That's right. We saw Caribbean Arrogance maybe a few months ago at Southland Championship Wrestling. Finally, they're making their return back to the company. I'm excited to see them wrestle. Great team. But it makes me curious on who the mystery opponent for Max Holiday is, because you would think it's instantly, Whiskey Bend and Hellbound. Obviously, it's his tag team partner. But who knows? You can't just assume it's Brandon.
No.
So, or else they will just put it. So I'm excited to see who the mystery opponent is. Because lately, Holiday hasn't been making much friends in Southland after his altercation with Hunter Payne up in Powell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he's made friends with Scott Spade, and we know Scott Spade has other friends.
That's true. Yeah, because Scott Spade does actually have a match on the card for which I'm kind of fucking iffy about after what's been happening up at Powell, but Scott Spade is on this match card.
Yeah, we definitely will. You know what? Let's talk about it since we're there.
Sure.
The Titans of Destruction, El Dorado, and BJ Price, Top Shelf, will be teaming up, getting an SCW tag team title shot against Jimmy Blaze and I say it like this, Scott Spade.
Yeah, it was weird that it was booked. Clearly I don't do the booking for SCW, or else I have a lot of question marks about putting two guys who are having a falling out together, regardless of the fact they're tag team champions or not. We know what's been going on up at Power Entertainment. We saw Scott Spade tag Jimmy Blaze a couple months back. So to see these guys tag together, I don't see it working. So it actually might be the moment where we see new tag team champions, because again, I don't see Blaze or Spade going to bat for each other in this thing.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe they'll get along for one night. But will Spade even show up?
Yeah, that's another thing too. Who knows? Maybe he won't. That's a good point there, Nubs.
And I don't know if I heard it correctly when Terry Allen gave him the ultimatum last month. I mean, did he say that if Blaze doesn't have a partner, that the titles are gone?
I think that was an ultimatum that was made last time, yeah.
And did it have to be Scott Spade this month?
Well, who was it? It was Marco last month.
Right, and he said he let Marco be his partner, but it almost was implied that it has to be Scott Spade.
I think the ultimatum was made clear that the titles will be defended by the true tag team champions this episode. So we'll either see Scott Spade and Jimmy Blaze take on the Titans of Destruction, or we will just see titles stripped from tag teams who aren't willing to work together anymore. And who knows where that will leave the title picture at SCW.
Right.
You know, we got more tag teams coming in every time. Dysfunction was here last month. Caribbean Arrogance is here this month. We're slowly tag team division's growing and everything. Obviously, Elite Pain is still a factor in the company, so we'll see. Punitive Damages is still there.
Unfortunately.
Well,
they
Eric
can't
Schultz
win a
is
match.
there.
Well, the only winner in that group is Eric Schultz. I question the way he wins, but whatever.
True.
Chris Ward will be taking on Acid Jazz, what I guess we call the rubber match.
Yep. As far as I know, this is the final time. I guess they created a best of 3 series. You know, Chris Ward has a win. Acid Jazz has, a win, even though it wasn't clean, but he still has a win too. And now this is going to decide that tiebreaker and what I believe has been advertised as the final face-off between these two guys.
Yeah. Should be an interesting match. They're not going to give up. They're going to hit each other harder than before. Just hope they don't go outside.
Right.
The last time I had to go outside for matches, I fell.
Oh, nubsies.
Oh, wait, I probably won't have to ref that match. I'll give it the flat top. For the Genesis title, champion Sean Mulligan will be taking on the Hawaiian Hitman Koa Laksamana.
I know this is a match that people have been waiting for. Not just Mulligan versus Koa, but a title opportunity for Koa. Obviously he's been in Southland for a long time, proving himself. Not maybe 1 loss, 2 if you want to count the ladder match from WrestleTopia, but I think it's time for him to have the opportunity to see if he's willing to step up and see if he's the guy who's going to dethrone Sean Mulligan.
All right. Well, he's had that title for a while now.
Yeah,
almost a year.
Yeah, I want to do the research on it, but he may be the longest reigning Genesis champion. I might have to do some research and look at it. I don't know if it's him or Bane X, but I think it might be him now.
All right.
Not as long as, former 3-time SCW longest reigning heavyweight champion, Max Holiday.
Right. I'm going to dance around a little bit. Natasha Crane.
Why do you not want to talk about the high voltage title yet?
Not right now.
No,
not just yet.
Get a little close to home there, bud.
Natasha Crane will be taking on Nikki Nix.
This is her first match in SCW since she lost that championship. So I know she took some time off to recuperate the arm, the hand, the wrist, to get back to 100%. I'm not too sure where her health is as far as her hand goes, but I know she's definitely ready to step back in the ring, and she's gonna have a tough call to go up against the Miranda rights. So yeah.
You got to go there, Dave.
Yeah, I'm glad you told me. I'm glad you told me it was the same fucking person. Yeah. Nikki Nix is awesome. Obviously, her and Natasha have had fights before, so I mean, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a good way to really test out that hand with this match coming up for Natasha Crane.
Definitely. Odinson, the Berserker, be taking on the Sheik.
Yeah, cool.
This rivalry been going on for a long time, or is it, I guess, a new rivalry since he's now Odinson?
I know it's no secret to people who Odinson is, or who Odinson used to be. There's a long history between Sheik and the man known as Odinson. Mm-hmm. This is, we saw the 6-man tag match. We saw, but now with one-on-one, we'll see how Sheik handles, the Berserker, Odinson, the Berserker. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, so.
Exactly. All right. For the High Voltage Championship, Meat Hooks, the champion, will be taking on rookie newcomer from the Southland Championship Wrestling School, Johnny Chaos.
Damn. Can I be honest with you here, Nubsters? Can I be honest about this match?
Sure.
I didn't book this match. That helps you in any way. I didn't have a say in it. It was well, I had to finalize it, but I was strongly encouraged to based on the motivational way that the upper management dictated, that they have a lot of faith and they see a lot in this kid, and they want to give him an opportunity, no different than Santino Marella got when he debuted, or fucking Kevin Owens, Carlito, anything like that. So it's if I had my say, if I had my input, it'd be you in this match. You know that. I've said that. But I could only do what I'm allowed to do. And I don't know. Ask Steve, man. A GM really doesn't have that much power when you have a president who fucking sits above you. So
I don't want to take anything away from, newcomers.
Yeah.
Guys that are they're earning their way down there. I get it.
Uh-huh.
I just feel like I was put to the side, like I was picked up, put over here, and forgotten about.
If it makes you feel any better, I do have a feeling that Chaos is going to get his ass handed to him, because who the fuck put somebody up? I mean, again, okay, Santino Marella did beat Umaga in his debut match, but I don't see this being fucking, Johnny Chaos's, intro to the wrestling business. I don't see him defeating fucking Meat Hooks for this championship. So, welcome to the business, kid, but you're going to get your ass handed to you. And I told you, Nubby, I promise you, by the end of this year, you're going to have a high voltage championship match. I got time.
At the rate I'm going right now, I don't think Southland really cares if I'm around or not. So
you got to make them care, Nubby.
I believe I've been there since almost the beginning of the damn war. I was put in positions that I shouldn't have been in for the company.
Yeah.
I stuck by the entire time, got abused, was told that I'm going to be doing certain things, and then got, set aside. You know what? That's cool. And I'm not going to take anything away from Johnny Chaos. He's well-deserved. I know he's working hard in that school, whatever. It is what it is. I know what it's like to be a rookie and want their start and be given an opportunity. Nothing against him.
Yeah.
I don't know where my mindset is now with Southland Championship Wrestling. It is pretty shitty that I don't get my fucking revenge on Meat Hooks for what he's done to me. I don't get to do it. I never got to do anything. I got to kick 2 people from POW, and that was it.
It'll be okay, man. We'll figure this out. Don't worry. We're doing this together. I'm slowly regaining my stroke. You just gotta give it time.
It is what it is.
I'm looking out for you, Nubby. I'm looking out for you, bud. You just gotta let me regain my stroke. Fun fact, it's my mouth that got me in my situation to begin with.
Speaking of strokes, JPH.
Yeah.
In a rematch against James Creed.
Yeah, Creed, awesome return match to SCW. Took out a guy that he's had problems with for a very, very long time. It's exciting to see what happens here. I don't know how they're going to top last month, but knowing who they are, they're definitely going to do everything in their power to do it. So,
definitely. Lastly, but not least, Evil Gains and Evil, Angel and Aaron Xavier taking on the ARC, Miles Mercer and Renee Van Peebles.
This is going to be a very interesting tag team match because Xavier mentioned it on Facebook. He brought ARC to life. Shira has been the one who's been keeping it together with the help of RVP and Miles Mercer. RVP obviously current SCW Women's Champion, Aaron Xavier current SCW Heavyweight Champion. No love loss. A lot of history between these 4 people. And I think this match they're going to go into with more emotion than professionalism. So I don't see that. I don't see how a squared circle, if you will, is going to maintain all of this. I think it's going to get out of control. And if you do ref this main event, guarantee you it goes outside the ring.
At Steam Hollow.
At Steam Hollow, yeah. Those are they don't spill my beer. I don't care what they do.
Yeah, we don't want no spill beer. Don't want beer thrown either.
No, don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
No, SCW, awesome fucking card. Like I said, it is stacked. So, which is awesome because this is the first show at SCW of the year, and this is one of 6. So I'm excited to see how the rest of Steam House shows play out and how the rest of the year plays out at SCW. So
definitely, I love these shows.
Yeah. Nubby, is there anything else to add from independent wrestling as of right now?
No. That's all I have for that. Next week we will cover these 2 shows, the results, and then we got POW and Rocket Pro to talk about next week.
Awesome. A lot of emotions over the course of this episode. Some fake, because clearly I'm not depressed or upset or scared, but a lot of frustration. I can be honest about that. I was a little frustrated, mostly with the lies that Alpha Zeta Zeta tried to spew on the Power Hour, but mostly for Steve's ability to just allow it to happen instead of having some kind of journalistic integrity on correcting them. But that's fine. I expect nothing less from Steve. But cool things are happening. I can't give away too much detail, but there's going to be a moment in the next few months where there's going to be a game-changing fucking situation, and I'm excited for it. Again, can't share it. Nubby, I'd love to tell you, but I can't. I wish I could, but you're unfortunately on the wrong side of the fence to be in the know for something like this. So, those of you who do,
don't let Rian hear that. He'll use it against you.
Wow.
He'll be like, how dare you not tell your partner what's going on?
It's okay. I don't need to tell you. It's need to know, Nubby, and you don't need to know. For those of you who do listen to my show outside of YouTube, which is a majority of you, obviously you can find our shows where you have been listening to them on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, Play. Tell you what, yeah, I'm gonna do one better. I'm gonna do something that Alpha Zeta Zeta could have done, but they chose not to because they're fucking lazy. If I Googled Just Freaking Wrestling, Apple Podcast, JFW Podbean, Spotify, Facebook, Audacity, Amazon Music, Twitter, fucking Backtracks, Audible, Pod News. I don't know what the hell that one is. T-Hervier, whatever it is. I think it's like Hervier, whatever. Bullhorn.fm, SoundCloud, RSS.com, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Instagram. Google JFW. Google Just Freaking Wrestling Podcast, and you'll find us everywhere. Google Alpha Zeta Zeta. You won't find them. Because we are better than them. Just like, oh, hey, I did forgot to ask you. How do you feel about Tony Gabagool fucking, poking some fucking, fun at you, huh? You cool with that?
He said I'm unremarkable.
Yeah, how dare he? But you're cool with that, right? They're your friends.
I need to know why he would say that. And if it is about the pizza incident, for one, I was not even aware of the pizza incident. And two, if I was aware of it, it would have been taken care of. So because I have this thing about pizza, if I happen to be the one to knock the pizza out of your hand, I'll be the one to pay for it. So if you're mad about me knocking pizza out of your hand, I will apologize for it. Because that is a law in my world that you don't waste pizza.
Find Just Freaking Wrestling Podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts. Find us on social media. I'm not hard to find. You can reach out to me. Check out Facebook where all of our shit's plugged. Show releases, promos by fucking idiots.
You know, it is funny.
Yeah.
That the first place they looked was YouTube. Because it's the first place that dumbasses like Alpha Zeta Zeta to go to for everything. They probably go and watch political videos where most of that shit is conspiracy fucking theory bullshit. Exactly. Yeah. So, of course, the first place you're going to go to is YouTube.
They're fucking kids, man. That's their problem. They think YouTube is fucking gold. And it's not. If they wanted to fucking Podbean, they would show them 6,000 plus downloads, 1,000 plus fucking subscribers. All fucking right there. Because we're a fucking audio podcast. We don't promote YouTube because we don't put out YouTube videos. We're going to. We're going to start probably in the summer or some shit. So maybe by that time, maybe we'll grow some more fan bases on YouTube. Right now, we don't need to. Would I like to? Yeah, 100%, absolutely. But I don't plug it. No one fucking goes there. But that's what they wanted to use. And it's not even that bothers me the most. It's Steve going along with it. Oh, no one ever pulled the analytics out. Because they're false, Steve. Oh, and L.I.M, congrats for being the top watched video of the Power Hour. Awesome. Proud of you guys. But you can still fuck yourselves with or without watching the show.
Did they top the Paulie Tomaselli episode?
I think so, bud. Yeah.
Well, I do know what episode will top them. And that will be the Billy Whack episode that's coming up this week.
That's right. Billy Whack is making an appearance on the Power Hour this week. Guys, make sure you check that out. Nubby, that's all I got.
I think we can ring the bell on this episode.
Perfect. As always, I am Travesty.
And I am Nubby, the Amazing Turtle. Cowabunga.
And thank you for listening to another episode of Just Figure Wrestling, the JFW Podcast.